What's happening, Champion Squad? Welcome, your beautiful faces, back to the channel. So the Season 9 Apex Legends Legacy patch notes have just came in, so that's what we're going to be reviewing today. But the first thing we're going to watch is going to be the Valkyrie gameplay trailer. I want to give my thoughts and opinions on the trailer first. We can react to it together. This is my first time watching it, and then we're going to go over the patch notes together. Again, that is going to be the first time I'm looking at it as well. And I'm going to give you guys just my overall thoughts on it, what we could expect in Season 9 with these patch notes. Meet Valkyrie, Apex Legends character trailer. What do you got? A minute and a half, so not too long of a video.
No legend has a stronger tie to the legacy of the frontier than Kairi Imahara. Call sign, Valkyrie.
Valkyrie on station, ready for anything. Hell, everything.
Daughter of the notorious Apex Predator Viper, Valkyrie is determined to carve her own path and make history remember her name.
No one gives a crap who's better. All they care about is who's the best.
Just wanted to pause it real quick. So you can take out your gun after your thrust pack. So that's going to be semi-OP. We got to see the bullet accuracy in midair. That's what I'm curious about.
Using her custom jetpack, Valkyrie takes the fight to new heights.
Whoever said the sky's the limit never left the ground.
Nice little finisher there.
With shades of North Star's hellfire, Valkyrie can target an area and unleash a swarm of mini rockets.
Too aggressive?
Tactical missile swarm.
Supposed to be timid and shy.
I wonder how much damage that's going to deal.
The team is pinned down or feeling aggressive. Valkyrie can kick her jets into high gear
Who's ready to pull some G's?
and rocket her entire
Okay, so this
squad
is what I heard
to the
about.
sky
There we
above,
go.
allowing
A
her
mini
to
jump tower.
escape.
That is
Or
pretty
redeploy
impressive.
to get
You're
right
literally
on
going to
their
get out of
heels.
third parties like that.
Make a great
You can
man.
enter with a dominant
So
spot
be
like
sure
that.
to keep your eyes on the sky.
Oh,
There's
cool.
nowhere to hide once Valkyrie's got
So you can see where the missiles sort of line up. And was that guy stunned?
Nowhere
Hold
to
on.
hide once Valkyrie's got you in her sights.
This guy is stunned right here. That's pretty sick then. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. So it's going to have an arc star effect if you connect with the rockets, which is going to be pretty overpowered because they're going to be really slow. Your following shots can connect and simply one mag them from there. Or the bow
These
check
guys
bow.
aren't just to get around. They're a legacy.
That looks sick. Okay, that's it. So that was pretty quick. I just wanted to see it so we know what Valkyrie's sort of about when we are reading the patch notes. So let's go and check that out next. All right, so here we go, guys. We're on the patch notes for Season 9 Legacy, and this is where it starts. So Arena. So this is obviously the new game mode we're getting. And Arena is going to be a permanent 3v3 game mode, definitely competitive based. This is what Apex needed. We needed a dedicated game mode or a playlist, non-RNG, so RNG random number generated, and that goes for your loot. So essentially, you're gonna have to buy loot with this game mode. You're gonna have rounds of 6, I believe. But the more rounds you win, the more money you gain, and then the more money you gain, the more stuff you can buy and just dominate your opponents, really. So I'm hoping they implement a ranking system into that. That'll be very good. That'll be the only thing I'll play, to be honest with you guys. Done with rank, we're going straight to Arena. It's just going to be a lot more action, more exciting fights, stuff like that. A lot of calculated plays because there's going to be no third parties. It's your team versus the other team. So that's Arena. What do we have here? Party Crasher. Okay, so this is going to be an Arena map. That looks pretty big if you ask me for a standard 3v3 one round, sort of like a search and destroy style. That's going to be a pretty big map, but who knows how it plays out. We'll see. Phase Runner, another new map for Arena. And then I think the other maps are POIs, so point of interest. We have gardens there, thermal and artillery, so that's going to be cool. Okay, here we go. Now we're into the spicy things. We're cooking with grease. We have our passive VTOL jets. Use your jetpack to reposition or reach high places. You have limited fuel, and you cannot use weapons while flying. But she did weapon swap when she was in the air in the trailer. So I think when you're activating the VTOL jet to lift yourself up, you're not going to be able to take your weapon out. But as soon as you cancel that activation, you should be able to weapon swap right to a weapon. So you still can get those mid-air shots down. Again, I'm personally looking to see how accurate they're going to be. That's going to be like the major deciding factor on how overpowered Valkyrie is going to be. Next up, we have Tactical Missile Swarm. Fire a missile swarm of mini rockets, which damage and disorient the enemy. Okay, so it does have that stun effect, and then it also deals damage, but we don't know how much damage it's going to deal. That is another factor that's going to really place Valkyrie on the list here, how good she's going to be. How much damage are these rockets dealing? How accurate is your mid-air shots with the gun when you're in the air? You know, stuff like that. What else do we have next? ultimate skyward dive. So that's the ultimate, that little mini jump tower reposition. Thank God it's an ultimate though, because that's going to be very overpowered. You can literally take your team out of a fight that quickly. If you have a Gibby, get a reset with the bubble, you guys could be all like one shot. Just literally dome up in the bubble, skyward out of there, and you're gone. So Valkyrie, she's going to be pretty overpowered for like just comp in general, the competitive playstyle. And then the last one, class, is going to be recon, and she can also scan beacons. Man, Pathfinder is gone. No more Pathfinder. Let's just put it that way. All right, next up we have Bocek Bow, which apparently everyone is saying is very overpowered, so definitely excited to use this. The only thing I'm super curious about is going to be the bullet drop on it and the bullet speed travel time. Do I have to lead the shot a little bit? Do I have to aim higher a little bit? What are we working with here? If it's not too much, you know, stuff you have to do with it, and this thing is hitting like a tank, I believe it's 70 a body shot and like 112 headshot with multiple different attachments you can use on it. So you can sort of use it like a shotgun as well, where it splits into multiple arrows. This bow is going to be insane. So I'm reading it here. The Bocek uses a new ammo type, arrows, which are unique to this weapon. Arrows are more rare on the battlefield, but fired arrows will stick to surfaces and remain in the world for players to pick up and reuse. Okay, so it's sort of like the tomahawk from COD, throwing knife from COD, stuff like that, where you're going to be able to pick up the ammo from it. I think it was stacking on 45 last time I checked when someone was playing with it. It stacks 45 a slot in your inventory, in your backpack. 45 arrows. That's a lot. Realistically, you're only going to want to be carrying 2 stacks and then you're good to go. Maybe even just 1. Again, it's going to depend on how convenient it is to pick the arrows back up and whatnot. This bow looks very good. It can replace your long range weapon. It's looking like there's going to be no sound effect to it too. You're not going to hear the shots from super far away. It's a silent killer. And it looks like the biggest scope that you can put on it is a 3 times. No more 6 times. You 6 times fan users over there using the maybe even 10 times. I've never touched a 6 times plus, maybe once on a charge rifle, but anything above like a 4 times is just something I don't use, especially for console. All right, so we have a Olympus map update, the Lost Fleet update, where we have Bonsai here getting taken over by a plant, a hovercraft floating on top of Bonsai. You know what? The plant's everywhere. It's growing like poison ivy. So we're probably going to be able to walk on them. There's going to be a lot of glitches when it first comes out. That's going to be crazy. So a lot of map changes on Olympus that I'm excited about. Next, this is something very big. Starter kit and loot changes. This is going to affect everyone no matter what game mode you play, if you're solo or whatnot. And we already had a game mode with this implemented in it, and I thought the game mode worked perfectly. If you don't land on a gun, you're trying to get away, this is going to help massively. You have an armor, you have a helmet. You're not going to die in 5 bullets. That's a bonus. Next, if you do get shot and you don't die, you have the heals to essentially cap up, I'd say most of it, 85% of the damage done. 2 cells, 2 syringes, that should get you up there and to get off the scene. So this is perfect if you have a scuff drop. Next, we have emotes. So we're going to be able to do some emotes in the game, which is going to be pretty cool, but I guarantee you they're going to be pretty expensive as well. I'm thinking like 1,200 crafting material, maybe 2,400, especially if they're legendary like these, the ones I'm looking at. Look at Crypto gaming on his controller there, and Watson putting the little Nessie doll down. All right, so that's going to be pretty cool, but again, pretty pricey. Just like we noticed with the hollow sprays, it's tough to get them if you're not getting them from a battle pass, and they are expensive. Now with the emotes though, this is what I love what they did. Anti-peek enabled, anti-peek disabled. Basically, I think Destiny 2, you were able to do emotes, but when you were doing your emote, you can cycle your camera vision all around you, right? So if someone's hiding behind something and you won't be able to see them in first person, but if you go third person, aka emote, then you can see them. So essentially that's cheating. And this anti-peek enabled is going to help with that. Now here we go. Legend updates, low profile characters. Low profile no longer exists. The trait has been removed from Wraith, Lifeline, and Watson. And I think out of the 3 legends that they listed, the one that needs it the most is hands down Wraith, because her hitbox is still broken. There's some skins, or maybe not even a skin, but if you go to the firing range with Wraith and you try to shoot on the outside of her body, you don't even have to be hitting her and it'll still connect. So that's going to be an issue that I hope they address. And I don't see it in here. I was looking at the dev note. Yeah, it's not in here. Next, we have Lifeline. Combat Revive no longer deploys a shield, can now retrieve 2 players at the same time, can now cancel active revives in progress to allow your teammate to defend themselves with a knockdown shield. Is Lifeline the one to cancel, or is the down teammates the one to cancel? It better be the down teammates, because they know if they're going to get thirsted, and they should be able to cancel the res to to hold down their knockdown shield. So that's cool. No more shield at all. That's a bonus. And now she can revive 2 players at the same time. We'll see how that plays out. No shot. So basically, she's going to be able to set her drone much quicker. In fact, 33% quicker, which is nice. And you also gain 3 HP per second more. That's going to be pretty overpowered. This drone buff is going to be massive, especially with gold armor. But by the time you crank 2 cells, you should be almost close to max HP. So that's going to be nice. They're also touching the care package. I saw the cooldown reduced from 6 to 5 minutes. So you get the care package sooner, and it guarantees upgrades. That's a bonus. So let's move on to Octane here. Stim, reduce cooldown between stims from 4 seconds to 1 second. Basically, when you stim, you run. And when you take it out of yourselves, you would have to wait 4 seconds to reuse another one. Now it's only 1 second. So you can stim back to back like super quickly. However, you're taking a lot much more health here. It's almost a 50% increase. So from 12 HP to 20 HP that you're taking from your health. So 5 stims and you're dead. But you can't die with a stim, but you will be one shot. Let's just put it that way. And then increase bullet spread while in the air and shooting from the low launch pad trajectory. So basically, when you're knee sliding off a pad, your aiming is not going to be as accurate. If you're hip firing or aiming in, your bullet spread is going to go all over the place. How it would is if you were hitting the pad, but just running past it, not knee sliding on it. So it would go higher. And you know when your aim's not super accurate when you're going up in that route. Now, with the knee slide, it's going to be the same accuracy. But we'll see how this Octane plays out. That's like sort of a buff and a nerf at the same time. Next, we have Loba, Burglar's best friend, can now run and slide at full speed while aiming the bracelet. And while the bracelet is in the air, Loba will no longer be slowed after translocating, aka teleporting. Black Market Boutique increased cooldown from 90 seconds to 120. So now her ultimate, you won't get it as quickly, but I like the change with the bracelet. You're definitely going to be able to get out and get into cover while you're waiting to have that bracelet go off. So that's going to be a bonus. We'll see how it plays out. So with Loba, again, we're looking at a buff and a nerf. Horizon. Oh, no. Horizon. Grab lift reduced lift speed by 30%. Oh, let's just put it this way. Just by reading this, like I haven't seen any lifts yet with Horizon, but reduced lift speed by 30%, almost 50%, means you're going to go up that grav lift so slow. You are going to get one clipped with ease, let me tell you. Oh my goodness gracious. So the grav lift is more going to be used not for like an aggressive play in a gunfight where you go up the lift and you fry them, more of a positioning idea. Trying to get on top of a building, go up back, throw the lift, then take it up. It needs to be more unpredictable now because you will easily get fried because you're going up is so slow. Keep that in mind when you're playing Horizon right after the update if you're still going to be playing her. Limited the time you can sit at the top of grab lift from 2 seconds. So you can't even stay at the top anymore. Wow. I feel bad for any Horizon mains. Let's just put it that way. This was drastic. She got put into the floor. I don't think we're going to be seeing any more Horizons as often in ranked and arena, but we are going to see more Valkyries. I'm telling you, I think she's going to be the move here. Okay, next. I want to hurry up and get this done because we are taking a long time. Fuse, Knuckle Cluster. Fuse now has 2 stacks of Knuckle Cluster. Nice. We definitely needed that because it wasn't very overpowered. It was nice to break down doors with it, but in terms of dealing damage, stunning enemies, not the best. Cool down from 25 seconds to 20, and then he gets 2 of them. See where this takes him. See where the slight buff takes him, and then change from there. Because when you do something massive, like what they did to Horizon, literally no one's going to play her. But you do little buffs and little nerfs here and there, that is good. So Fuse, I'm happy about that. Next, Bangalore, Smoke Launcher. Thickened Bangalore's smoke. Perfect. Essentially what they did was the opacity of the smoke was decreased a lot. Basically, someone can see you through the smoke if they're way outside of it for absolutely no reason. I don't know why they changed that. Let's see. Last patch, we optimized Bangalore smoke particles and inadvertently. So they're saying on accident that they thinned them out. So basically, it's going to go back to where it was. Bangalore's in a good spot. Bloodhound no longer receives assists from Eye of the Allfather. That is going to be another crutch removed. So essentially, if you were playing ranked and you were a diehard Bloodhound fan, because of the assists that you get from the scans, no more. So we're going to have to figure it out here, Bloodhound mains. If you were playing them specifically for that reason, then you're going to have to figure it out. But if you're a Bloodhound main from the beginning, all props to you. Next, Crypto. Crypto's drone can now scan and open care packages. Can no longer use this drone to hijack a respawn beacon that's already in use. I had a chance to do that in one of my Crypto gameplays. where I dropped like 3,700 damage with him. I was able to use a mobile to jack it, but I didn't do it because I didn't think it was a thing. I didn't know it was a thing. And apparently it was, because now you can't do it. Oh my god. All right, next we have weapon updates, marksman weapon category. Bow, scout, triple take, repeater. So they're making a marksman weapons category, a new weapon category featuring the G7 scout, 30-30 repeater, triple take, and bow check bow. I think it's a good change. However, that means there's going to be marksman ammo. It's going to take a different ammo, which is also going to fill the loot pool. That we have to pay attention to. Also, what is that ammo going to stack to? Is it going to be like a low stacking one like sniper? Sniper ammo, I think it stacks to 24. I'm hoping this stacks at least 30. At least 30. They consider the triple take more of like a marksman rifle. I don't know about that one. Maybe because so many people are using it up close, they're probably looking at statistics, you know, the kills up close, because you can use it like a shotgun. Like I said, I always quickscope with it. That's probably why. For starters, we're increasing the movement speed while aiming down sights for marksman's weapons. They're now going to be a marksman ADS time, which is in between sniper and assault rifle. So it's going to have that perfect balance in between, which I think is going to be good. Now we have supply drop rotation, and I've heard about this. They're putting the triple take in the care package. Why? You guys know I love the triple take. I was a massive fan of this. I love quick scoping with it. It's just super sleek to use, man. And they're putting that in the care package and releasing the PK. Okay, so we do get something in return. So we're getting the PK back. The Kraber will spawn less often in the early game and more often in the mid game to better accommodate its power. The triple take will be the most common early game crate weapon, with the Prowler being the most prominent late game crate weapon. All right, you're going to be finding the triple take hands down. You're going to see that in like almost everyone early on if you find a package. Mid game, the Prowler. Late game, the Kraber. Oh, so these are the gold weapons. And these were the old gold weapons. So no more beautiful R301 gold. That's fine. So we got the wingman back as gold. That's going to be awesome. The bow, which again, everyone's saying is overpowered. That's all I'm saying. So it's going to be insane if you find it in gold version. Hemlock, Sentinel. But yeah, pay attention to these three weapons in the gold category. This is going to be monstrous. Okay, so hop-ups, shatter caps. I think I've seen a clip of this before, and essentially what it does is it takes your long-range weapon, 30-30 repeater, and the bow check, and you put this attachment on it. You're going to be able to use it like a shotgun. It's going to have really good hip-fire accuracy because the bolts are going to spread. You don't have to be as accurate when you're aiming. I don't think we needed this. I really don't think we needed this. There's pros and cons to holding long-range weapons. They're really good for long range, and they should be more skilled to use when you get to that close range. You know, all about the quick scopes, the hip firing. So I don't know how I feel about shatter caps yet. I want to test it out. Deadeye's tempo. Firing at the perfect moment increases fire rates. This can currently be attached to the Sentinel and the bow check bow. I guess if you have a consistent shot, ping, 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 you're going to be able to shoot a lot faster than if you would try to spam click it 2 times, wait for a better shot, then spam click. To make room, the hammer point skull piercer hop-ups are being vaulted for now and won't be available. So does that mean the gold wingman is not going to have skull piercer on it? Because that's a shame if not. Then never mind about the gold wingman. Honestly hope it still has a skull piercer on, because the quick draw is okay, but the damage is not there. I'd rather be hitting juicy headshots. Next up, we have assault rifles, reducing the headshot multiplier for all assault rifles from 2.0 to 1.75. This was already the case for the Hemlock, so the affected guns are R301 Flatline Havoc. That I'm fine about. I'm absolutely fine about this, because sometimes you can die in like 6 bullets if they all hit in your head with an R301. So make no mistake about it, this is going to be nice. Next, Peacekeeper. It comes with precision choke built in, just like the triple take. Pellet damage reduced from 10 to 9. I feel like it's going to play similar to how it was when it was floor loot in the past seasons. Next, we have triple take. As a crate weapon, it will come with 9 ammo clip, 63 reserve. Beautiful. I was scared they were only going to put like 24 reserve or something. So now it's worth picking up. You're going to be able to take this at least through mid to end game if you get a triple take. The triple take is going to be insane. Absolutely insane. When ADSing, you're going to have a faster strafe speed. That is nuts. That is nuts. Plus the fire rate increase. Next, Havoc. Increased recoil controllability early in the pattern. Thank you for this, because the Havoc, sometimes you can absolutely destroy someone when you're close range, and other times, no, you miss every bullet. So that was definitely needed. Next, we have Spitfire. Here we go. Reduced recoil controllability early in the pattern. I was about to freak out there for a second. Okay, so it's basically saying not reducing the recoil, but we're reducing the controllability of the recoil. So it's going to be harder to manage when you're trying to shoot the first half of the magazine out. I was thinking there was going to be a damage change, but let's see what they say. The Spitfire is too strong at the moment. We're prepared to make more changes to the Spitfire if it remains too powerful. Thank goodness gracious. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're seeing a slight nerf in the Spitfire, but they will change it based on stats in the game. Next, moving on to 30-30 repeater, increased leg damage multiplier from 0.75 to 0.85, which is nice because I believe a leg shot was like 27 damage, which is absolutely nothing. That's nothing at all. Body shot was 45, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that's nice. That's a good change. A little buff to the repeater. You love to see it. Move speed while aiming down sights. So ADS strafe speed has been increased to match the marksman's weapons category. I'm excited about that, really. I want to see how fast and how the weapons handle, basically. I want to see it because ARs feel really clean, really lightweight. Snipers, not so much. This is in between, so I'm excited. Next, we have G7 Scout. Move speed while aiming down sights has been increased. Okay, so we already know that. Increase hipfire spread size. Oh, reduce accuracy. Okay, so those hipfire G7 shots up close, you know, if you're running the 3x on it, maybe it's going to be better to swap over to your secondary. Get that submachine gun, get the shotgun out, maybe an AR if you're running that. Definitely look to weapon swap more often when you're using the G7 Scout. But again, we're going to test it out, see how bad the hipfire accuracy is. Next, longbow. Increased headshot multiplier from 2.0 to 2.15. Wingman, increased headshot multiplier. Same thing with the wingman. Again, not much of a change there because we are removing the skull piercer. So I don't think the gold wingman is going to have the skull piercer on. I think it's going to have quick draw, which is going to be unfortunate because they're increasing the base headshot damage. Mozambique increased mag capacity from 4 to 6, lowered the pellets inward in the blast pattern. So they're trying to make the Mozambique more viable without hammer points. That's what it looks to me like what they're trying to do here. Increasing mag size and closing up that bullet spread. Next, P20 increased bolt damage from 15 to 18, lowered fire rate from 8.5 to 6.25. Pretty cool change to look at. Definitely want to test this out because I don't know. So if it's only going to be very slow shooting, but it's going to deal more damage, not necessarily wingman style, but more in between. I'm curious to see how that plays out. Next up, we have arc stars. Aim and movement slow removed from the initial stick. That's going to be pretty big. Not so much for console, but if you see some PC players play, the amount of arc star sticks that they get and the amount of times they get stuck by an arc star is crazy. Absolutely crazy. But now, if you get stuck with an arc, you're going to be able to run right out of the scene, get to cover, maybe take a bat while doing so because you're not going to get slowed from it. So that's pretty big. And everything else that I'm looking at here, again, quality of life changes, just mini stuff that most players wouldn't even notice. But if you are lucky and you have noticed it, if you play a lot, they will have these changed. It looks like they did a lot of stuff here, but we'll see. So overall, my thoughts on the patch notes, this is going to be a big season, massive season. I'm very excited about it. There's going to be a lot to make content on and a lot of things different to play. Like I can grind arena, I can grind ranked. There's a new legend, new weapon, a lot of stuff to cover. Right now, I've been sort of dry with the content because again, I am waiting for season 9. This is where I get super stale with Apex because there's not much to post or talk about, in my opinion, at least. I'm sort of waiting. Once season 9 drops, we're going for every other day. As you guys know, I can't really post every day because my internet is horrible and I need a new graphics card. My render times are also horrible. So my goal is to be aiming for every other day to upload with the best content possible. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like rating is always appreciated. And as always, this has been your boy Sultan, and I'm signing off. Peace.